So day number one of CES is over, and I'm going to show you guys a quick video of what I've been doing when I was walking around. I'm going to showcase some more tech stuff that's focused for the channel. This one's more of just, I don't want to say behind the scenes, but it's more or less of just what's going on in the day-to-day as a person who would go to CES, what you expect to see from companies that, you are aware of. So without further ado, a word from our sponsor, Nobody.
Is LG. Everyone's talking about this transparent OLED, first time seeing it. Let's be honest. Linus had a video like 4 or 5 years ago, but seriously, in person, this thing is spectacular. Like, it's breathtaking seeing this technology happen to you in person because it's transparent, but what they display on the screen, you almost forget that it is a transparent TV and it's wireless. Like LG, OLED, the kings. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Sony, I know you got something to say. LG, their booth is massive. Usually LG's booth has been a disappointment last couple of years, but they definitely went to a 10. So walked over to TCL. As you guys know, that is the TV in all my videos in the background. This is their third iteration of their QD mini LED technology, and you can immediately, and I mean immediately, tell the difference. So on the bottom is like their array of lights that they have, and then on the top is the actual display. And you can see from the last generation, the blacks are black. The other thing is their 20,000 local dimming zone QD mini LED 115-inch TV. That was a mouthful to say, but trust me, this TV is spectacular. Now, would I say this is better than OLED? I would say it's very, very close. Let me actually turn down the exposure on my camera. This TV is amazing. I probably can't fit this in my apartment, but this TCL, you're doing good. So this is just some other things that TCL has in their booth when it comes to TV. Nice little setup that they have, but right across from TCL is Hisense and Linus in the corner. Now, I don't know why this is recording in slow-mo. It just so happened to record in slow-mo, but Hisense has a 40,000 or maybe even a 50,000 local dimming zone on their mini LED TV. So I think that's kind of funny that, your competitor, you're showing, oh, this is the world's first 20,000 mini LED local dimming zone. And then right across from you, your competitor has like double. But Hisense, they have been known to be a little bit under the radar, but I think you got to give credit where credit is due. Hisense does make really good TVs, but also got distracted by some good cooking that was going on the other side. Screw the TVs. Look at that steak that the man is cooking. Like, oh my God. I wish I could have asked for that steak, but man, I had to keep on walking, see what else was in the booth. Next up is Torras, and I was stopped by a lovely lady who decided to show me some of the products that they have, and honestly, I might be swayed to get a case. If you are a person who wants to protect your camera lens, but you don't want to put the shield over it, this might be the case for you. It doubles as a stand as well, and I think this is something that Torras is known for, because moving on to their traditional case, they have the ring on the back, pop it up, it's a stand, works vertically or horizontal. As you can see, they have Z Fold, Pixel 8, and the S23 Ultra. So they support pretty much all phone cases or phone makers, which is nice to see. I do like that opaque back they have. They also have some collabs with the Mavericks, as you can see on the far right. But the one that surprised me was the National Park theme. So you can see here, this is the Yellowstone one in green. We have Yosemite in pink. And then, come on, cameraman, move. You have simple, but okay, I didn't get to read it. Anyway, so the Coolify, I think, is a pretty cool technology. So it's basically an air conditioner that you put around your neck and it blows air above you, but they also have one that attaches to your waist. Definitely have to try this out since I run a lot. They also have a MagSafe battery that you can attach to the back. I do like the material that they use, and it is a pretty powerful magnet. And then they have the wireless charger for both your AirPods, phone, and case. This is Philips, no sync box. It's just like smart home stuff. But this one, Displace, caught my eye. World's first wireless television. Let's see what they're about. So I was a little shocked. Not really. It says please do not touch. I saw this at the bottom, like, is this really wireless? Like, what's the point of this? So I ended up talking to some of the guys for probably around 20 minutes, and I've got to say, walking away, I'm pretty impressed. So to give you guys a bit of a background, This has bases that you saw before. By the way, it's OLED, so the colors and the viewing angles are spectacular. But those bases that I showed you at the beginning at the bottom with all the cables, that is essentially the TV. Now, since all those components are outside the TV, it makes the TV light. There's also a camera on top that lets you know, who is actually viewing the TV. But you can just press the TV on the back of the wall and it just somehow manages to stay up there. I'm a little skeptical on that when it comes to drywall, but Displace, you've caught my eye. But now we have Kohler, another company I wasn't expecting to stop by, but their booth was crazy. So as you can see here, all the rich people in the world probably have this in their bathroom, showering them like crazy. I don't know why, but hey, the booth, whoever had to set this up, I pray for you because this was probably a nightmare. On the back end, you can see all the pipe and the power that does all the cool stuff, but there's also a smart toilet. Now, listen, I always just go to the bathroom, do my business, walk away, but the amount of settings and choices you have when you sit on this toilet, I had no idea this company was making products like this. But this, the Numi 2.0 e-ink, is my toilet. Look at this beauty. Anyway, now we have the Infinity bathtub. This one, I'm not sure if I would own this in my home. I think what really sold me was just the smoke that's coming out the top. But also, I stayed a little bit longer, and then the guy left the stuff on the left-hand side and kind of ruined my dream of what an infinity pool is. So all the cool stuff is hidden under those wooden planks. The Formation 1 bathroom faucet, if you always wondered how to work your faucet at your rich person's friend's house, this is what they have. I don't know how to turn it on. And then I see Govee in the back. Let's check them out. But I got distracted by AARP. So when you're walking through CES, they have tons of talks going on from various companies. I'm not sure who these individuals are. I probably should know who they are if they are in the industry, but nice to see that there's conversations. Anyway, back to Govee. So I'm looking at Govee's booth and I see Verge to the left. I should low-key try to sneak in and pretend that I'm part of the VIP group, but they all have headsets on so they could tell that I'm not part of Verge. But let's just walk through Govee, see what they have. So if you aren't familiar with Govee, they have a lot of smart light options. And I think the biggest thing that I noticed from them are their light strips and the TV. Oh, what's up, Pikachu? So the box that I am looking for is this. This is the Govee AI Sync Box Kit 2 with HDMI 2.1 support. God bless. So all your lights will finally sync up at 4K, 144 hertz, VRR, all that good stuff, since it now supports HDMI 2.1. Also saw the PS5 Slim in person. It's a lot more slim than I thought, but this isn't the Sony booth. Let's keep it moving talking about Govee. So all the lights they have, spectacular. Personally, I don't own Govee. Oh, what's up, Luffy? I don't own any Govee products, but after walking through this booth, I don't know why I have Philips anymore. Philips is expensive. Govee, send me some stuff. Another thing with CES, you'll see a ton of massage chairs, and this is what people sit in when they're tired. I mean, this is what I should be doing right now instead of walking everywhere. So the next thing I wanted to stop by was Motorola, because you guys have been telling me in the comments that Motorola is good. You know the saying? Hello, Moto. Anyway, so this is the Motorola Razr Plus, right? Anyway, so when I started using this phone, mind you, this is the first time I've touched a Motorola since the original Razr, and I am blown away that this phone has been under the radar for me. It's basically a Pixel, well, not a Pixel, but in terms of the OS, it feels very Pixel-like, and the hardware build quality, it is superb. Like, whoa, okay, be careful, dude. You don't want to get caught. Don't want to get kicked out. But this, I don't know what color this is. If they call this champagne gold, I am sold. That rhymed. But, like, the design, fit and finish, beautiful by Motorola. So definitely going to have to check out the Razr Edge Plus. Now this, oh wait, I'm confusing myself. Okay, so this is the Edge Plus, and I think the other one was the Razr Plus. So this is like, I would say, their competitor to the S23 Ultra, the Pixel 8 Pro, their high-end flagship phone. And once again, I am surprised that this is a Motorola phone. I would have not expected this. The camera is way more intuitive to operate. The options are right there in front of you. I'm going to have to do more testing when I get the phone in hand. I'm going to have to go back to the booth and actually talk to some people because I was just messing around with the devices. But if this is Motorola, I'm sold. Like the build quality, let me just chill. Let me just wait till I get the products in hand before I start hyping this thing up. But so far, very satisfied. Ecovacs, which some people might say, why are you talking about Ecovacs when you just do smartphones and laptops? I personally own Ecovacs, so I'm curious to see what they have for 2024. If you aren't familiar with Ecovacs, they're primarily known for their robot vacuums. As a matter of fact, they wanted to sponsor the channel multiple times last year, but, you know, there's nothing there for me. Jokes aside, Ecovacs has a slew of products when it comes to the smart home ecosystem. So you can see here is the robot vacuum. They also have one that doubles as a mop, the cordless vacuum as well, which is very popular. Don't really see that too much in the US, but this blew me away. They have a robot vacuum that cleans the window. Are we just going to get rid of jobs that everyone does? Seriously? Now this is the Goat GX. This is a robot lawnmower. Look how big this is. Now, I don't own a house because interest rates are ridiculous. Let's just keep it moving. They also have the AirBot Z2. This is an air purifier. It's a little bigger than what I would expect as an air purifier. I know these things can get pretty big, especially if you're putting it in a living room or a large space, but nice to see that Ecovacs is doing some different things. But let's go over to TP-Link, the world's #1 WAN provider. So this is the Archer, their gaming routers, and this is the one that caught my eye. They have like some display on the front, which I think is kind of funny for a router, but hey, to each their own, right? Let's go over to the Deco lineup. This is their lineup of mesh networks, and TP-Link always has competitive pricing. So they have 3 Wi-Fi 7 routers, and this is how it's broken down. They have a 10 gig model, which is their most expensive one. I think that one is over $1,000. This is pretty standard when it comes to Wi-Fi 7 routers, but they also have a mid-tier with a 5 gig LAN port, and then like an entry-level Wi-Fi 7 router with 2.5 gig LAN port. So it kind of gives people the flexibility to choose what they want based on their home, and that one starts at $500. So to close out the rest of the day, because honestly my legs were hurting, my back was hurting, this is the EV4. It's a concept car by Kia. Hopefully most of the things are retained whenever it comes to the official car, but let's not sleep on Kia. In terms of their designs for the EVs, they are absolutely killing it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video of my coverage over CES. Expect more content in the upcoming days. We're starting off 2024 strong. Appreciate every single sub, like, and comment. And as always, guys, much love.